Alright, here we go, kicking it off with the Chapter 2 Study Guide Review. If you hear a lot of background noise, it's because I am filming this at Sobe, so brace yourselves. Alright. So here we go. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. So we're going to do the vocabulary first. So it says a blank is a mathematical statement that two quantities are not equal. Now that's going to be an inequality. Hold on, there we go. So one is inequality. Number 2 says that the numbers that are solutions to either inequality of a compound inequality is the... Alright, the key word there is either. Either, right? So either tells us or. And remember, for or we use union. Alright, number 3 says a statement formed by combining two simple inequalities with the words and or is an or a compound inequality. The numbers that are solutions to both inequalities of a compound inequality is the... So keyword there is both, which tells us and when we think and, we think intersection. And then the last one, number 5. Any value that makes the inequality true is a solution. Right, so that is it for the vocab section. Let's go into 2.1. Alright, so section 2.1 is graphing and writing inequalities. So we have number 6, graph each inequality. So x is greater than -3. So we're going to draw our timeline. We're going to draw -3. Since there is no little line under that alligator, it is an open circle. It does not include the 3. -3 is not in the little bag, so it is empty. And we want all the x's that are bigger than -3. So we're going that way. Alright, so for 7, we have p is less than or equal to 4. We draw our number line. Here's number 4. That is going to be a filled in circle because we do have the little line under the alligator. That means or equal to, that means it includes the 4. So our little bag is full, the 4 is in it. All right, and we want all the p's that are less than 4. So we're going to draw our arrow that way. -1 greater than t. They tried to spice it up by changing the order, but that's okay. So here's -1. It's going to be an open circle since we don't have a line under it. And we want all the t's. Notice how the t's are smaller than -1, right? The alligator's even the -1, which means the -1 is the bigger one. So it's going to look like that. Number 9 says r greater than or equal to 9.5. Again, we draw a number line. We write our key number, which is 9.5. Now that is going to be a filled in circle because we have the or equal to. And we want the r to be the biggest one. So all the r's bigger than 9.5. So they're going to be this way. Now for number 10, they're going to make us do a little bit of work. We have that situation, so let's solve. Remember, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. So we're going to do parentheses first, so this. So 3 minus 5 is going to be -2. All right, so -2 times 2 is going to be a -4. And we have -4 is less than k. So here is -4, and we want all the k's to be bigger. Also, this is an open circle. It does not include the k. And we go that way. All right, and number 11, we have W less than 3. So we draw our number line. Here's the number 3. That is an open circle because it does not include the 3. It does not have the little line on the bottom. And we want all the W's that are smaller than 3. So we go that way. All right, now we're going to write the inequality shown by each graph. So number 12 shows a graph like this, open circle on 2, goes that way. So we're going to write X and 2. We got to figure out the alligator in between. All right, it is an open circle, so we do not have a little line on the bottom. And we want all the X's that are smaller than 2. So our alligator is going to eat the 2. The 2 is the bigger number. And that is it. Number 13. So we have a solid circle on 3.5, negative 3.5, and the arrow goes that way. I think someone was just murdered on the playground. Moving on. So we're going to write our variable. We're going to write our key number. All right, so we notice it is a filled-in circle, so we know we're going to have a little line on the bottom. Now we want all the values to be bigger than 3.5, negative 3.5. So that means that all our possible X's are bigger than negative 3.5, so the alligator eats the X. Here we have negative 10, open circle, and it's going that way. And that is going to give us, we're going to write X, negative 10. All right, so we want all the X's that are less than that negative 10. See how that negative 10 is the most right? That means it's the biggest, so my alligator is going to eat that. And no line on the bottom because it does not include the alligator. Does not include the alligator, does not include the negative 10. Sorry, guys. I'm crazy, okay? All right, number 15. It says define a variable and write an inequality for each situation. Then graph the solution. So it says the temperature must be at least 72 degrees. So we have temperature at least 72 degrees. So you know me, I gotta graph things because I am a visual creature. So I'm gonna put 72, 73, 70. Oop. What just happened? There it is. All right, that should be a 71. All right, let's delete that. 71, got it. All right, so at least 72 degrees. So can it be 72 on the dot? It can, so solid circle there. Now, at least 72. Does that mean it can be 71? No. Has to be at least 72. So the lowest it can be is 72. So can it be 73? Yes, it can. So our arrow is going to go that way. Now we can write our inequality. I'm going to use T and 72. It is a solid circle, so we put our little line. And we want all the T's bigger than 72. So our alligator eats the T. All right, number 16. It says no more than 12 students were present. So no more than 12. All right, let's draw our number line. Let's put 12, let's put 13, and let's put 11. All right, so no more than 12. So can it be actually 12? Yeah, just can't be more than, right? So solid circle on 12. Now, can it be 13? No. Can it be 11? Sure. So we draw our arrow in the direction of the check mark. Now we can write our inequality. So I'm going to use S for students and 12 because that's our key number. Now there is a solid circle, so I'm going to go ahead and write my little line. And then I want all the S's that are smaller than that. So the alligator is eating the 12. All right, and last one for this section, number 17. It says it takes less than 30 minutes to complete the lab activity. So I'm going to write less than 30 minutes. So I'm going to draw my number line. I'm going to draw 30, 31, and why do I keep forgetting how to count? This should be 29, and that should have been an eraser. All right, everything's going really well, guys. All right, 29. So less than 30. So can it be 30? Nope, cannot be 30. It has to be less than 30. So open circle on 30 does not include the 30. All right, I want it to be less than 30. So can it be 31? No, that's more than 30. Can it be 29? Sure can. I'm going to draw my arrow in the direction of the check mark. So now I can write my little inequality. I'm going to use M for minutes. And then here's my 30. I don't have a little line on the bottom because that is an open circle. And I want all the M's that are less than 30. So the alligator eats the 30. And that is our answer. All right, that wraps up the vocab section and section 2.1.